Good afternoon, everyone. It is a beautiful day here at Wayland, Massachusetts. We are here for the third draw of the 2023 Junior National Championships. My name is Ben Richardson, and I'm joined by my good friend and teammate, Chase Sinnott. Chase, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. No, it's been a fun first few days here at the National Championships, and it's great to see, the rest of the event continue on. It's nice to watch some of the men's games happening.
Yeah, I'm excited for this next draw coming up. We have a couple good teams playing today. First end, I think, is already underway, so we're about to see the action about to start. I can hear So matchup today will be Team Carlson versus Team Guentzel. We look at the standings real quick. We have Caden Hebert at the top with Wes Windling, both 2-0. And then we have Team Brendan, Team Sinzali, and Team Grabo and Team Rose at 1-1. And then Team Carlson and Team Guentzel are both 0-2. And other games going on the sheets. We have on sheet 1, Team Wendling versus Team Hebert. On sheet 2, we have Team Carlson and Team Guentzel. Sheet 3, Team Brendan and Team Grabo. And then sheet 4, we have Team Rose and Team Sinzali. So first end already underway here. Looks like Team Carlson won the draw to the button, so they will start with hammer.
It's great to see all these teams out here this week. It seems like it's a pretty even field. Seems like there's been a lot of good plays.
We got room! We got room! You're rock, you're rock, you're rock.
Yeah, definitely been seeing a lot of close games out there this week.
It's always girl.
Looks like this is the second rock here for Team Guentzel. I believe it's Will Podarski that threw this one.
14-7. Nice try. Nice shot. That's us. I did too. I thought we were.
Looks like that one slipped a little deep, so it'll leave Team Carlson an opportunity to try to hit and flop behind underneath the cover of the yellow and red.
The side you just threw on his fast is slower? Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the second rock here from William Mountfield.
Don't call the ice slower when they threw it
on the
heavy.
top yellow, gonna hit and roll to the side. See if it sticks around in the side 12-foot. Looks like it will, so not a bad spot there.
Top 12.
Team Guentzel is deciding to ignore that for now and just throw another one on top of their back 4-foot rock.
That's close. About the same. About the same. We're good. Got room. We're good. We're good.
Still have a little bit more of that
just
side of center line with the red guard on it. Maybe get a kind of Christmas tree line set up ready to go.
Yeah, that certainly would be a good result if they could get partially buried under that red, but looks like this is hanging out just a little bit. They're now sweeping for the curl, maybe trying to freeze their own.
Really good shot.
So it ends up right in front of it, which is not a bad spot, but it's fairly close and accessible for Team Carlson to potentially make a double, although it might be tough to keep your shooter around here. But not a bad result if they were to just nose this and just stay right in front, where it would be tough for Team Guentzel to get rid of this rock.
Yeah, I think if they can get that nose action, it'll set them up pretty well to get their 2 points this end. So
Looks like this one's curling a little bit, but they might make the double. Sweeping to try to get that yellow out. They don't quite remove it from the rings. Looks like they got a little bit unlucky to push their own on the side there, but it's still stuck around as a biter. So something that Team Guentzel will need to be aware of. So I think this Team Guentzel has a bit of a unique lineup. I believe that Mason Guentzel is going to be skipping, but he's throwing second or third. I don't. Let's see how many rocks. I think he's throwing third because there's 4 rocks already out there. And then Stuart Strack will be throwing the 4th rocks and holding the broom for Mason when he's throwing his rocks. So a bit of a unique lineup, but you see that with a lot of the top teams out there. Just sometimes you just got to figure out what works best for your team and stick with it. So this is Mason's first rock. Trying to drive, leave top 8, top 4, and sit 2. Try to set up the force.
As long as we stick biting
Noticed
anything.
a lot of teams seem to be struggling with the speed. It's been very, very quick in the best way possible too. But sometimes teams don't have the opportunity to play on ice this fast. So when you come out from your home club and come to really nice made ice, it's just really quick.
Yeah, certainly a big adjustment that you need to make when you're used to playing on ice that's slower than the championship level ice that we have here at this event. I've definitely noticed the same thing. Teams seem to miss heavy, if anything. But you also see that a little bit more so in the first games of an event. And then as the week goes on and the players get more used to the ice, then they start to adjust.
Great job, Ben.
So we see a really nice hit and roll there from Team Carlson. Right on top of that yellow.
Yeah, it makes it almost impossible to remove. It might give Team Guentzel here an opportunity to hit that one right on the nose, kind of leave themselves frozen on top of it if they wanted. Looks like they're opting for the freeze down to it instead, though. Same outcome.
Yeah, it's a good call either way. It's really just up to the shooter here, what they prefer. Maybe a little bit more room for error here with this shot, because even if you end up right in front of it, say on the tee line, still makes it a little tricky for Team Carlson to remove it without jamming it. So, and gives Mason a good chance to figure out draw weight and give the sweepers a chance to judge the weight and see what kind of speed they need for this shot.
We got room. Okay, just back 8. Just keep it cleaned out. Keep it cleaned out. Okay, Layton, just clean. Layton, get ready. Get ready, Layton.
Waiting for this rock to settle down.
Okay.
Looks like it should be fairly close.
Yeah, sweeper's not touching it at first, but now they're going for curl and wait a little bit. Looks like it'll be tapping just an inch. That's a good shot from Mason on his last one there. Pretty close to nose, not quite on the nose, but good enough that it'll be very tricky to remove that yellow.
I like that. I don't think they both go.
So now I think Team Carlson is opting to play that shot that you mentioned where they're trying to hit it close to nose, maybe a little on the high side so it stays right in front. Ben Peters here with his last rock.
Keep going.
First end.
Perfect.
Doesn't get to nose, but ends up getting rid of both yellows and doesn't stick the shooter, but they are sitting 2.
Okay.
So with hammer, that's a good result there.
Guentzel here will try to hit and roll under that corner guard.
Make sure
Makes it a
it
little
goes.
bit harder for Team Carlson to get after it.
The one over there's in. They're 2. But the one over there's in. So as long as we stick like touching anything more than the black outside, we're shot.
We'll get a look here at Stuart Strack, his first rock of this game.
Rolls number 2.
Very clean delivery, clean release. I've always been impressed with Stuart and his technical delivery. Sweeping this to hold it straight. Looks like it's going to over curl just a little bit. Not able to stick the shooter, but they do get rid of that red.
We got this. Draw here.
But gives Evan here a chance to come around that red. Try to place it, I'd say, top 8, top 4. And then Team Guentzel will have to make a decision whether they want to try to chase this rock. That guard is pretty high, and with the curl that we've seen here all week, it's hard to bury this completely where Team Guentzel would not be able to chase it in any way. But if they wanted to, they could just hit the open rock on their next one and concede the 2. But we'll see where this one ends up. So Evan Carlson in his first rock in this end. Nice opportunity here to put the pressure early in this game.
Sweeper's backing off of this one. Trying to wait to let it come down a bit.
Yeah, not touching this one at all, hoping it loses a little bit of the speed. A little bit of a soft handle, so it has a chance, but Stewart sweeping this hard to get it all the way out. Looks like it'll just slip through, so bit of a missed opportunity there. So we'll see Stewart, no hesitation, heading down to the other end to hit this one pretty much on the nose with a little roll inside, and then force Team Carlson to make a shot for the blank.
Like, it needs to move like a quarter of an inch. Yeah. Yep.
Well, sweeping this one. Now they're late curling a little bit. Looks really good. Nice shot there on Stewart's last. I think I saw a couple fist bumps there from the front end. Love to see that encouragement.
It's like a very well-managed rock all the whole way down.
Yeah, I love to see the just a clean from the person on the straight side and a little curl, a little back and forth. That's how you know it's going to be close. So now Evan is going to try to peel this one out of the house and get his blank.
Don't worry about it.
That was faster than I expected.
Smooth delivery there. Now trying to curl it. Does he have a piece? Ooh, just enough. Yep. Manages to get just enough of that rock to peel it out for the blank end, and that'll finish up the first end. So no score yet, blank on the board, and Team Carlson will have the hammer going into the second.
Can they really?
As they
So second in action coming your way at the Broomstones Curling Club. Is your curling club website clunky and unworkable? Are you tired of your club relying on social media because your website just does not work for your members? Finally, the curling management software your club has been waiting for is here. Check out Warm Room Hero at curling.club today.
There you go. Great. Perfect. 4-5?
All right, first rock for Team Carlson coming down the sheet.
Whoa! You're gonna do more of the yelling. Ben!
Looks like they're throwing up the corner guard after Team Guentzel threw up the center guard, so we should get some aggressive play here this end. Which we love to see as commentators.
It's a little more exciting for everybody at home too.
Yeah, you know, those blank ends can be good for the team that has hammer, but for those watching at home, sometimes not the most exciting ends. So nice to see some rocks in play here. Chase, it is my understanding that you are coaching a team here at the National Championships. Tell us a little bit about that, how your experience has been coaching them this year.
Yeah, I'm coaching Team Ponzio on the women's side of the event. We've been working all season really hard on getting ready to play on championship ice. They played on it before the past few seasons, but first time we've played on it with me here with them. So we're having a lot of good conversations about the strategies and how to throw the stone and be on top of reading ice that we might not see every day.
Yeah, that's great. You see those teams like you're the one you're coaching, and they get a chance to play on ice like this and against teams like this. I'm sure it's a great learning experience for them, and good practice for the bright futures that all of those players have.
Oh, definitely. With how young they are and how skilled they are, it's really exciting to see them here and see their potential in the future as well.
Not sure why they decided to pick you up as a coach. I think they could have done a little bit better, but I guess that's their decision.
It's because I'm cool.
That's debatable, but anyways, second end action here. A couple, one center guard and one slightly off center guard. So here we'll see Will Podarski throwing what I believe is his, let's see, there's 5 rocks down there. So his first rock.
Top 12, top 8. We're good. Late to draw.
In the second end, trying to come around those centers, get something buried.
Back 12. No one coming down. Coming down like T. Got room. Like T.
Wait for it to grab a little bit.
Back 4, back 8.
Hearing a lot of communication there from the sweepers.
Okay. We're sitting though, I think.
Good team systems there.
Nice try.
Leighton Hines just letting the skipper know where he thought it would be. I'm lucky enough to be coaching Leighton and Will for their Youth Olympic team. They're playing with Allie and Brooke Drew. They'll be competing to get a spot at the Youth Olympics in November of this year. So I've had the chance to get to know them and work with them. Great kids, great potential, very talented, and a lot of fun to hang out with.
Why'd they pick you up as a coach?
Yeah,
make sure rolls.
Honestly, I don't know why anyone would pick either of us, but somehow it happened, I guess.
A nice double attempt there.
Top 12.
Yeah, manages to open up the center. So see Mason here calling the draw to top 12, probably wanting to Christmas tree it just a little bit, get partially buried underneath that red rock.
Where? Like top 12. Okay. I think we're close. Just clean. Just cleaning. Candy, I don't even want to clean. We're like top 12. Just here. Oh, just cleaning. Line's good. Line's really good. On its own.
Line looks nice on this. They're just waiting for the weight to come down a little bit. Ends up in a good spot though. Probably not quite buried, but probably edge on edge with that red rock. So Team Carlson forced to throw slightly lighter weight to hit this rock. I believe I heard Evan say they're trying to throw hack weight at this, get a little roll underneath.
Yeah, certainly makes the double a lot harder. So it's a pretty good outcome for that shot.
So this is Evan Dauernheim throwing the hack waiter. Ben Peters hard on the sweep here, trying to get by the guard, but it looks like it will wreck. Ooh, and manages to spill this in. Wow, that's a nice result there. I don't think they were planning on that, but good little bonus. Clears everything up and manages to get a rock in the house at the same time. So good miss there.
Yeah, pushes the opponent's stones behind the tee.
Just a hair.
Gives them more backing
not that
for future
much.
shots
Yeah.
too.
Easy.
So now Mason will be throwing the hit on his first rock here in the second end. Probably trying to hit just a little bit on the right side of nose, roll to center line.
Whoa! Curl!
Hit 3.
Curl it! Hard! Yeah, you gotta curl
Move
it.
this over.
Whoa, straight. Curl! Oh, just clean. No roll. Nice sweep, nice shot.
Don't tell him I said that, by the way. He'll get mad.
All right.
Lucky to have the mics on these players today. I think we're going to be hearing a lot of fun comments during this game.
Just make sure he doesn't watch any of the second end, and we're good.
Good shot there, though, from Mason.
Okay.
Hitting and rolling to sit 3, put the pressure on Team Carlson. So Ben Peters has been tasked with hitting this stone and Trying to roll right on top of that yellow.
9-5. Go hard, William. Go hard.
Sweeping
go
hard to keep it straight.
Hard third piece, William.
Looks like this might be over curling.
Hard third piece, hard third piece, hard third piece, hard third piece.
Does manage to kill one of them. I don't know if you've noticed this, Chase, but I've been really impressed with the liveliness of the stones this week so far. The striking bands on these rocks seem to be very, very lively. Some of the most lively I've seen in any competition in a while.
Oh, yeah. I fully agree with that. Having grown up in this club, I was lucky enough to use these stones all the time. So it was easy for us to practice, you know, the higher weight doubles or shots where at a typical curling club you might have to throw a lot of weight to get them to make it, and here you might be able to throw a double with control weight instead. I'm sure all the teams are enjoying it too, just having that ability to test out lighter weights to make these complicated shots that they might have to throw more at other
Okay, just top 12. Just top 12.
Yeah, it certainly makes it fun for the players.
Just need a bite.
Makes certain shots just seem a lot easier to make, especially like you said, those high hard ones.
Just here.
Feels like you can throw hack weight to make a triple. That's how
Yeah.
Yep. Right, just bring it here. Just bring it right here. Really good sweep.
nice
shot.
rock placement there on Mason's last, just placing it top 12, just biting the 8-foot. I think they wanted that to be in the house, but as much separation as possible between those back two yellows, so that they can't make an easy double. So now Team Carlson going to switch gears a little bit here and try to draw around that. Definitely plenty of curl to make these draws around the top 12 stones. So if they can place one right behind it, it'd be tough for Team Guentzel to get rid of it.
12. We have backing.
Even just a nice spot in front of those back two yellows,
On its own.
it makes it hard to remove even if it's in the open.
Evan, no.
Waiting for this to come down for weight. I think it might be on the back yellow. It is, but spills for a third shot. Does stay in the rings, excuse me.
Let's get it. Okay. Yeah. I think we just
Guentzel has to be a little more careful about the placement of their next one, just so they don't leave a double or even a triple.
Yeah,
now
we
with that
should be
red
one,
sticking
maybe two.
around.
Is that enough?
Team
I
Carlson
think
still
that's
an
enough.
opportunity to get their two out of the set.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this call. I mean, I like ignoring that red. I don't see much of a point in hitting it. It's not in too much of a dangerous position, but it's still something to be aware of. Definitely a better result if you just place a draw here, top 4.
Yep, line. Ah, there's no handle. Yep, line. Yeah, line hard.
Going hard for line. You hear the one of the players saying that there's a soft handle, which means it will curl more, and does in fact wreck on that top 12 stone, but spills to the 4-foot, so not a bad result. And I think if it got by, it actually may have come up a little bit heavy, so not a bad miss there, wrecking and taking a little bit of the weight off.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they'll still be pretty happy with that outcome, sitting 3. I think that's the big outcome they were hoping for after that shot.
Indeed, indeed.
What are you throwing here, mate?
Yep.
What?
You know it. Yeah, control. We're going to try to roll. That's all right. I didn't hear you. Didn't hear me, Evan. All right.
You can hear Evan there say that they're going to try to roll in between the two yellows on the right side of the sheet.
Yeah, definitely an opportunity here if you can get a good roll. Try to get your skips deuce.
Wall. Stay close.
So Evan Carlson with his first rock here, trying to hit and roll behind that top 12 yellow, but this is hanging out there pretty wide. Unfortunately, jams on that back one and rolls out, so Team Guentzel with a big opportunity here to really put some pressure on Team Carlson for their last rock. Chance to sit 4.
This isn't bad. Yeah, light's okay.
This is where you kind of got to make a decision here.
4-3, like a real 4-3.
I think there's 2 schools of thought. You can put one
top 12
kind of in front of the right side of the 4-foot and block that draw path a little bit. Top 8, top 12, or you could try to draw around the right rock to the side 4-foot and make the scoring area a little smaller, but I think they're trying to go
Wait for it
top
to
8
come
in
here,
front of
guys.
the draw path,
Just
but
here.
looks like this is curling quite a bit.
Straight.
The sweepers said they don't want to go
Straight.
either, so it might be a little heavier than the planned shot.
Hard. Hard. Take any roll off. Any roll off.
Big roll,
Hard,
big roll.
hard. Yeah, I like that.
They do manage to chip and roll.
Okay.
It's a pretty good outcome. It's just
Yeah.
about what they wanted.
Or
They
more,
made it a
yeah.
little differently than they planned, but it still worked out pretty well.
Yeah, ends it up in a good spot.
All right. Easy.
Kind of forces Evan to go potentially out into a path that they may not have thrown yet, so they may
They
not
have one full
know
leg.
as much about what this rock will do on this draw.
Yeah, they're
So mission accomplished for Team Guentzel.
Okay, they're only
At the very
full weight on
least,
one.
they have a force
Yep.
here,
So just touching 4, cool.
Yeah.
and Evan Carlson just needs full 8-foot here for his single point, throwing against 4 yellow.
Nair, a little nail, William,
Back
go with
8.
you.
So here we go,
Back
big
8.
draw here for Evan Carlson.
Got a curl.
Sweepers are
Back
not
12.
touching this thing, it is back 12.
Back line.
Looks like it really needs to
See?
catch, but now it's really curling.
That's why I called him earlier.
Got it.
That really took off. I don't know if that
Roll in.
may have grabbed something, but does manage to get third shot, so out counts the back 2 yellow, so it will be a steal of 2
Okay.
for Team Guentzel to go up 2-0 into the third end.
And I started it, and then Ben pulled me off immediately.
Okay, fine.
All right, we now have the third end underway of Team Carlson
I got
versus
two.
Team
Just
Guentzel.
a two. I'm just gonna
Last
clean
end
for
we
them.
saw Team Carlson have a draw against 4 and managed to get to third shot, so gave up a steal of 2.
Oh, we're good. We're
Still
good.
a really
Over and
good
off, guys.
judge and attempt by that team.
Sit. Nice shot. That's good. Good throw.
Team Guentzel will start off with the center guard.
Four, 3. 3.
Looks wide, Evan!
Thank
Evan!
First rock from William Mountfield coming down the sheet. Looks like they're trying to carve it to get by the center
Whoa.
guard. Looks like it's not going to curl over enough.
Okay, thanks.
Since that shot did leave a second center guard, we'll see Team Guentzel throw another one around it.
Where? Ready? That's the right. Straight side, guys. Straight side.
Looking to sit 2 under a center guard to really put the pressure on Team Carlson here.
We got room. Room. We gotta go. Curl. Hard curl. Hard curl.
Hard to curl this over.
Hard will. All you will. All
Wait,
you
looks
will.
pretty close.
All you will. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Really good. Really good shot. Good judge.
Nice sweep and a great throw over there by
What?
Leighton Haynes.
Hit the nose!
Yeah, just boom.
See a run back attempt now.
push it in.
Does look like it's over curling a bit, but it does catch the center guard. Moves that from play. It opens up the house for him.
I don't mind putting it back.
Guentzel just going to put the center guard right back. Now it'll be their stone.
Just like a 1-2. Room. We're like a 3. Whoa. We're good. It's all there like a 3. Like a 3-4. Line's getting better.
Just waiting for this one to come down. It looks like it's running on him a little bit more than they were hoping.
We're bumping. Little bump.
Does end up going into the house and bumping the top 12 stone over, but still leaves the 4-foot stone fully covered.
One, normal firm.
Yeah,
Firm.
normal.
Okay. This side. This side.
Yeah. Normal.
First shot of the end for Evan Dauerheim.
Whoa! William!
Waiting for this one to curl up a bit.
Needs to move.
Looking to make at least the double. They do end up over curling just a little bit. Does leave Team Guentzel sitting 2.
See, look at that. Speed.
Yeah, good start here so far for
putting it
Team
up again.
Guentzel. They'll want to force Team Carlson to just 1 point this end and regain the hammer. So Will Podarski going to try to
That's good.
draw around that red rock
This
and
time.
they can
Whoa.
freeze their own. That would be nice. But
Like a
anywhere
1-2, it's
a little bit
running
light
again.
would work too.
It's running again.
Top 8, top 12.
It just doesn't. On its own. Ever. On its own.
I think they actually called the guard.
No. We don't
Yeah, they were looking to throw like a 1-2 guard. Try to keep him away from the ones here in the house. But it is looking like they're just going to tap that red a little further.
That's good.
It does look like they're still sitting 2.
Yeah, not the result they were looking for there, but they do still manage to sit 2.
Take his fine.
But now a chance for
Move it
Team
more.
Carlson to
I can't hear you.
potentially bring that rock that they raised into the rings into play at some point in this end. So I think they're going to try to
Just come down and talk to me.
chase this top button stone and roll away. It's a good chunk of it buried though, so not an easy shot.
Positive. Always positive.
William!
But Evan going to give it a good shot here. William on the sweep, trying to make it curl. Now they're switching it up.
Whoa!
Looks like it's close.
Whoa!
Definitely at least have a piece of this.
Whoa!
Really
Wow,
nice throw there.
great shot there. That was not an easy rock to hit and stay in the rings. Rolls a really nice spot and stays shot.
It's out. It's the red in the yard. Yeah.
Looks like they're opting to draw around the little center pile that's left up there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at this call. It's definitely an aggressive call. They could just opt to hit that left red and sit there too, but they feel confident about this draw. They can bury it and give Team Carlson a tough shot to try to chase it.
Okay, just here.
Seems like they're looking to put that pressure on the other team.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, early in the game, I like that call.
Whoa, Leighton.
Might as well go hard to maybe get an early lead. Holding it straight for a line. Looks like it's getting close to that top red. They just rub it.
It'll sit, it's fine. A shot.
I'm gonna spin in to say shot. It's close.
Looks like it's red to me.
I think so too.
So may have just
Back line.
gone a little too far.
Back line, all right.
Carlson
Yeah,
will
back line.
chase it anyway. Try to sit probably right on nose or maybe a small roll outward. Set themselves up to sit 2 and have the potential to sit 3 or 4 in a few shots.
All right, whoa, Evan. Whoa.
Back 12.
William,
Yeah.
hard for a piece.
Going hard for the curl.
Back.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Looks like they got some of the yellow, just not going to stick the shooter.
Yeah. Evan, you let
Give,
him know. Okay?
give Mason another try at this draw. Second chance to make a good one here. Should have a pretty good idea of what the speed is like based off of his first one. So we'll see if he can make the adjustment. Throw a little bit less, give it to his sweepers.
I'll throw a little better weight. We gave it here more
Leighton and Will, some of the best in the business. They'll get it there for him.
Pull back ahead. Hey, just here.
Hear Mason say he tried to pull that back, so he must have slid just a little
Little
hot, and sweepers are not touching this one again.
Let it stop. It's just running. There's nothing to grab on. There's nothing to grab
Going
on.
to come down.
Always will.
Yeah, now,
Only if you can. Yeah.
yeah, weight came down nice, and now they're carving it to get as much buried as possible.
You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going.
That's a nice shot. It slips just behind the tee line, but that's still in a really good spot for them. Fully buried. There's almost no way to chase that with the in-turn.
You want normal or control?
So
control or normal?
Evan gonna call the
Normal?
hit on this right yellow and try to maybe potentially make the double. And if they make it, they could sit 3 here.
That was the risk of throwing the draw instead of the hit there for Mason.
Yeah,
9.
leaves the shot,
Evan!
sweeping it to curl.
You're good, you're good, you're good. And yep.
Couldn't stay on it, my bad.
Who does
Fine.
hit it
Watch that
across,
Okay.
and unfortunately jammed on that left red. I think if that red wasn't there, they would have made the double the other way. But it's still a good shot. It moves that one off the 4-foot a bit, opens up the scoring area, and still leaves 2 reds in the 12-foot just lingering there. So if they can ever make a double,
We just need to touch 8 foot and they
it
can't
skips
hit.
rocks,
They
they
can't get more
they
than,
still might have a chance to
more
sit
than
3. But
we're drawing.
Stewart doesn't want to let that happen. He's going to be throwing the
Okay.
draw again. Try to place this top 4, top button. Clean release there, nice and positive. Don't want to get too soft with the release, otherwise it's just going to
Let it grab.
curl a lot.
Curl and early.
But sweepers aren't touching this one.
Let it grab. Curl and early.
Straight grab. Looks like it's grabbed late, but it's moving.
Straight.
Line looks really nice on this one.
Whoa, on its own. On its own. We're curling. Line's good. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Gets fully buried, but may have
Nice
slipped a little
speed.
too deep and
That is
left a
moving. What
potential
did I throw?
double here.
Okay. So 4-5 and you sweep.
Looks like Evan's looking at that shot.
Yeah.
Like maybe
I don't care.
half rock double. Might sneak
yeah,
behind the
it's
red
gonna
on
jam.
the side of the 12.
But I really
Yeah, I think he hit a half of that with a decent amount of weight.
Unless you want to come around.
Although, like I said, with these rocks, you could feels like you could throw hack weight and still make it.
Yeah.
But still want to make sure you throw enough weight to push that
Yeah, let's do that.
one near the center line fully out of play and bring those 2 reds in the 12-foot into play. So
So I just can't see the angle. So
Evan going to give a crack at this one.
flat, but just the one.
Normal.
Oh, okay. Just going for the one.
We're going for, we want to get 2 if we can.
Okay.
But it is probably going to jam if we get for the 2. So 1 is perfectly fine.
Okay.
Good clarification there
What?
to his sweepers, just letting them know that he's going to go for the double here, but
Don't
if
worry
he
about
just
that.
hits
That's
the
Ben's job.
one and
You guys can see it. Yeah,
rolls
you guys can see
close to the other one, might still leave him a chance on his last to make the double. So good to talk about pro side. And
it. Normal. William, let's see. For that. All right,
I think, you know, hit a little too much of the rock, more than you wanted. You can still probably roll frozen on the one that's
Whoa!
back T line.
Oh, hard will. Hard will.
Yep. All right, we're good. Do that.
Great shot.
really nice shot there. I think he pushed it just far enough to sit 3.
I don't think I
So
have
all
to
of a
get
sudden,
there. Okay, play this one.
Team Guentzel looking at 3 reds on Stewart's last.
I like buff T though. Okay.
That was the risk of playing those draws this end. It's the risk versus reward. If you make those great and place them in a good spot, then it makes life really hard for Team Carlson. But just small errors led to the opportunity for Evan to make that double. And now again, they're playing this draw, going to try to freeze that back 4 rock, which at this point, it's not a bad call. They've been throwing this draw so many times this end, so they should have a good idea.
They're on this one early.
Keep it going. Yes.
Sweepers on and off, but Stewart calling line to hold it straight.
Keep going hard straight.
Might get a little roll under the
Okay, that's good. That's nice.
under the
That's
red,
nice.
which they do. But that red does stick around.
It
Although
was
it
enough
looks,
to push it to 4th shot.
Okay, huh?
5th shot.
1/3.
A third? That sounds like half.
yeah,
to me.
that is a nice bonus that they pushed it that far. So
Like, even
instead of the shot being for 4, it is only for 3, but that it is still a 3. So
I'm gonna be on it.
good
like, the entire
shot
time.
there. They managed to bury most of it, but still leaves the door open for Evan to
What?
play a
Yeah,
soft
left.
weight tap
No, I
here
was just asking. I didn't
Oh,
hear you
cool.
right.
for a
No, I
potential
wasn't
3
sure.
points
I just
and
want to know. What do you guys think? We're good?
Hey, it's your judgment, Dan.
take the
I know,
lead in this game.
but I
So
wanna
big
try
shot
to make
here
sure
at
you
the end
guys
of
are
this
on board.
3rd end.
Awesome.
Evan will want to throw just hack way, give it to his sweepers, let them control it down the sheet.
Evan!
Straight right away.
Whoa! William!
Saying it was a little tight, but now they're making it curl and back to straight, so it must be really close.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, it's on the top one. Now they're playing the plan B, potentially. Doesn't quite get enough of that.
Watch that. Sweep it. Ah,
So, Team Guentzel, with that nice last rock there, will manage to steal a point and go up by 3 points to nothing after the 3rd end.
Overall good.
Going into the
biggest
4th
issue
end of
is
this
that we let
game.
the center line guard stay there, I think. I think we should just field that early.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
So we are back here in the 4th end of this game, Team Guentzel versus Team Carlson. Team Guentzel deciding to play more of an aggressive approach that 3rd end, but manages to pay off with a steal of 1. Definitely it was either a steal of 1 or a potential 3, so a big momentum swing there. And throwing the center guard again in this end, so might take that same approach again, playing a little more aggressive, but if you're confident in your team and your shooting ability, then by all means.
Carlson too looking to throw that corner guard again. It's likely we'll see a lot of aggressive play
One,
for,
2, 3.
for another end.
Evan, 2.
Over the stone!
1.
Over the stone!
Hard to get this one over. They want to get it as far past that center line as they can.
Bring it in, so. All right, whatever. Sorry.
Good weight there from William. Doesn't quite curl enough, but it is off the center, so a usable guard there. So we'll see Leighton Hines coming around the center that he threw on his first.
We're good. We're all there. I think it'll grab. Curling early.
Sweepers were not touching that at first, but
Cannot touch it.
heard Will say that he thinks it's T-line, so they're just trying to let the weight come down.
It's sitting, but we can't be on it.
That's fine.
Furthest to be above the tee, but it does look like it
One,
was the
okay,
tee.
okay. Shot. The antithesis of light. Look at that.
The antithesis of light. I
Yeah.
don't know if I've heard that one before. So it looks like Evan calling for William to come wide around this red guard. Definitely a shot that you don't see a whole lot of teams play, that like wide draw around your corner guard. But if you feel confident about what the ice is going to do out there, it can be a really kind of a deadly weapon to use, and makes it harder for the other team to chase your rock, but it does overcurl a little bit and pushes their rock towards the center. So a big opportunity here for Will Podarski to put a good one top four and once again put the pressure on Team Carlson. So
Hey, where? We're all there. Okay. Touch nice in the last one, like that. Like top four. Line's a little tight. Oh, like top 8, top 12. Line.
Stewart sweeping
by.
it. Sweeping it for line. Sweepers didn't want to sweep it because they thought it was heavy. They are by and just going to wait for this to come down, which
Nice shot.
it does, just slipping behind the tee line, but in a good spot. Evan recognizing that things are not looking too great for them, so he's going to elect to peel the guard, clear up the center so that they have a shot to score later in the end.
Even a chance to run this in. And
Whoa,
Ben!
It's nosing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
does manage to clear the yellow, and it does also roll to a corner guard. So leaves a whole lot more options for their future shots too.
Yeah, that's a good result. Nice to,
Yeah.
nice when you're down 3.
Build a tree.
You know, it's good to clear up the center, but if you can manage to stick your shooter into that corner guard position, it's a nice bonus.
Top 12, guys. Room. Like top 12. Curl. Rock. Hard curl. Hard, you gotta move it. Hard. We're close. I think you gotta
Here,
go.
guys.
Here. Hard curl it. Hard, you gotta go.
Yeah,
Bury
looks
it
like
deep.
this is a good
Really
adjustment
hard.
from
Keep
Will
going.
on his last one.
Hard, yes. Keep going.
Taking the weight off and placing it top 12. That's a nice spot. Would have liked that to have curled just a little bit more, but it's a nice spot right in front of that button yellow rock.
If you hit the guard, it's okay. Boom!
But yeah, with it slipping into the top 12 and being mostly open, does give Team Carlson a chance to maybe make some noise in the house and stick their shooter.
No, I owe money now.
Ben!
Quite a bit out there, though. I don't know if they have.
Keep going. Ah, never mind.
Yeah,
He did the same.
unfortunate miss there.
Put it right there.
Yeah, Team Guentzel can
Finish the
just
tree.
put up another center.
I think just anywhere in that gap's good.
Really nice setup for them this end.
Okay.
Like we see another run back attempt for Team Carlson after this shot. Try to clear up the middle, give him a shot on his last to try to score at least 1 point.
Yeah, the unfortunate part with those 2 corner guards, with them being a little closer to the center, is that there's not really a draw path for Evan as of now. So he'll want to clear up that center so he at least has something on his last to get in there and get shot.
I think it's always Will. Will for now. Room. Okay, just leave it at room. We got room. Off. It's over curling. It's over curling. Curling really
Mason his first rock in this end. They're trying to throw the guard.
It has to stop. It has to stop.
Not touching this because they really want it to sit.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
A little bit of a disagreement there with the line call. And
good sweep. A shot.
does manage to guard a
That
little
went
bit
side-
more of that rock, but over curl just a little bit, but you will see Team Carlson peeling it anyways.
It's a good opportunity to open up the center line.
Yeah, Ben will want to hit this fairly thin and try to kill both rocks, spill his shooter.
Whoa!
Might be over curling here just a little bit.
Great. Thought drag was better on that one.
Hit the 2 rocks pretty hard, but it ended up.
I mean, I don't know. I
splitting
don't
them
think there's
apart,
anywhere to put up another
blocking the board
guard.
even more.
Do you even like more? You want to Luis it?
Yeah, certainly a
I don't
wall
wanna
of
poke it out.
rocks in
Crashing
front of
and,
the
like,
house right
taking
now.
that drawaway's fine. Right there.
All pretty equally spaced from one another. So it looks like Mason is going to try to throw this wide draw. If he can get another one in the house.
Guard, just curl it. But it's gonna be
Anywhere
pretty
from
tight.
top 12 to top
Crashing and
4,
blocking
could
that
really
draw
put the
isn't
pressure
bad.
on Team Carlson. A little bit of a wider path. We'll see what this does out here.
Can't touch it, Dad. Outside pebble, guys. Leighton close.
Here,
Yeah,
I'm talking
Leighton,
about
Leighton.
the outside pebble. Might be
Leighton.
thicker or
Yep.
pressure, so
Yep,
grab
yep.
harder and
Yeah, Leighton hard.
Going hard for line. Looks like they will wreck this red.
No roll. That's okay.
Doesn't push it too far, so
Okay, nice sweep. Good try.
doesn't completely
That's
open
fine.
it up, but Team Carlson, if they wanted to, they could try to draw one in there
This one.
and maybe freeze that one that's back, but they're going to stick with their end plan here and just clear up the center. I like this call.
Yeah, I like the idea of filling and opening up the center a bit. You know, it's better if they can try to move at least 2 of these to really open up.
Evan,
the paths.
Evan.
Then Team Guentzel can't
Over the
block
stone, over the stone,
all the
over the
options to get
stone.
into the house.
Whoa.
Just like that.
Good shot.
Works.
Yeah, that's a good shot. He manages to completely open up those 3
Yeah.
yellow rocks.
I think put it like edge 12.
So now
yeah, because anywhere in the
Team
gap's
Guentzel
okay.
needs to be
You got
fairly precise here with this guard. Don't want to give Evan a chance on his first to potentially make a double
Wait,
or
just
even
putting
a
it back.
triple to clear up those rocks.
4-7. Okay, that's so. Stewart, that's ridiculous.
Stewart, this pass is fast. This pass is pretty fast.
Not sure that message made it all the way to Stewart from the other end, so he's coming down to discuss with Mason what he was trying to say.
This
Listen
is a
in
really
and hear
quick
them.
pass. Okay, might run faster.
Yeah.
Good info there. Good decision by Stewart to
Yeah, he's just saying
make
it's
sure he
faster.
heard Mason. Mason just
That's fine.
giving some good information. He knows that this
Fine.
path is
Now
fast.
I double know.
It's definitely
Now I
good
know you guys-
whenever the building's really loud and you can't hear the other end
Yeah.
of the sheet to
Okay,
make sure
nice
that
and
you
easy
actually go
4-7.
down and talk to the player to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Room.
Let it die. Let it die.
Room.
Let it die.
Where? Okay, close. Curl it. Straight.
Looks like they're trying to
Hard
tick off
straight.
these reds.
Hard, yes. Whoa, no roll. Sit.
Fine.
Sit. Okay.
Does
That's okay.
overcurl a little bit, but that was a
We're
good
gonna go
plan
this
B
one,
call there
and if
from
we narrow hit
Mason.
This one's fine.
The,
Tightens
I don't
up
see,
the
what do you
board.
do you disagree?
yeah, it definitely makes the shot a little bit more difficult.
If we hit this one,
It's a good
yeah, no, all right, we just gotta.
good job by the sweepers there, letting Mason know that it was heavy and
Feel like
gave him the chance to make that plan B call.
we remove those 2 and then go for the draw on the last
If
shot.
Evan ever hits close to nose on that front yellow, you can never get
We
all 3
need
at
to
once in
get
the
be able
house
to draw. Actually, no.
Yeah, that
We
would
need to
certainly
just
be a
draw.
great
We need
shot.
the path
4
is there.
seconds and then I'm running down there,
Take a look from the outside.
telling him to figure out a shot.
We need to skin that.
They're
and
talking
shoot
about
definitely
potentially
there.
drawing.
I got
We
it.
don't know the ice, that's the only issue. But yeah, all right, let's do it.
It does curl enough that you could
Ice here,
probably
I
get
think.
close to nose
Do you want to take a look?
to that back button stone.
We got
But
time.
certainly not an easy
we got Time.
shot.
Do you want to take a yes? Do you want to take a look at the ice? I think right here. We're good.
All right, thank you.
What's up? What's up,
Coming
Evan?
down for time, man.
Yeah, I know. I looked at it.
It's like a minute.
So yeah,
I
looks like
know.
they're talking about
we
the
allowed to
time,
use our time,
checking
though.
in on that. It's always good to keep updated with your team on how much time you actually have left.
Obviously, we're going to the hit, so we had to like change a lot because we're going for the draw now.
I still think you should.
We want about top 4.
Okay.
It does look like you can straight up freeze this yellow and be shot, I think.
Yeah, I think there's just enough room to
Evan,
make
that's
that.
you. Evan, that's you.
Sweeper's going for line. Looks like this is getting tight to the guard.
Looks really close as they get by and just grabs it at the end.
Sweep it. Fine.
I think I just
Again, though,
played
it
the
does
draw.
open up that
You're
path.
like this.
Listen, do I ever just play the draw?
Sure.
Just take it away?
Top 8.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
this call right now.
They don't have it, I don't
Evans,
think.
really his only shot to score would be to try that
Yeah,
draw
light
again.
straight.
So play this draw. If you end up a little bit short and guard the draw path, then that works just as well.
Certainly between the two shots, that one down the center
Straight
line is a
side.
lot harder than the
Straight
draw
side.
that they would have here.
Straight.
I think it's a nice idea to
Straight.
make sure you block this draw down to
Yeah,
the
Blazing.
button.
Leighton, yeah. Hard.
Leighton sweeping this really hard for line.
Yes. Hard. Hard. Keep going.
Hard, you get the split on the yellow.
Yep. Whoa.
Does
That's
wreck on
okay.
the red, but does block that hole.
I
So
think.
Now.
good result there.
It should have done that.
Kind of forces Evan to maybe hit this top 12 stone and try to kill as many yellows as he can. Like you said earlier this end, there could be a triple opportunity here if he hits it
This one
perfect.
basically right here.
Yeah, and I think he
That's what I
has
was
almost
thinking.
two options to make this triple. If he hits it pretty close to the nose of that yellow in the top
You need to
12,
hit that one here.
you might be able to make it straight on,
If you
head on,
can.
and you would end up scoring one.
No,
but
we're
I
not
do
doing
think you
that.
can also make it
We
to
can go right
potentially
here.
blank.
It's gonna go.
If you hit it a little
that
bit
one here.
on the right side of
See how it
center
goes?
line as we see it,
We just need to make sure
you'll
it's
be
on.
able to cross face of the one on the button,
Nice here.
hit that one straight back, and try to clear everything
Yeah.
from the house,
Yeah,
including your shooter.
Like peel.
Yeah, certainly with how lively these rocks are.
Yeah. Hope he
If
gets
there is
the
any
angle right
competition
and
in any club where that shot is possible, it would be here.
All right, boys, let's feel.
So I'm not quite sure which way they decided to play this,
First shot,
but
man.
Yeah, probably.
my guess
should've,
would be they're
but,
trying to
you
get
know,
close to nose.
I thought that was gonna be open.
That
for
would be-
a second shot.
It's a slightly more makeable shot.
Yeah, if you thought that, you should have said something, right?
So last rock here for Team Carlson, looking to get rid of a couple yellows and potentially score one. Trying to make this curl. They're on the top one, but I'm not sure they're going to get anything in the back, and they do not. So another big steal for Team Guentzel. They were going to go up 5-0 after the fourth end, going into the fifth end.
Microphone's down there.
The everyday person may not aspire to be a professional athlete or an Olympic athlete. You may just want to be the best person you can be. You just may want to sleep better. You may want to feel better. Thorne has many products that can support all of those things. So it's not just about performing or running faster or jumping higher. It's those little things that go into having a higher quality of life.
Oh, okay.
I didn't acknowledge or hear you.
Okay. So yeah, what? Just wait.
Didn't know what room but you. So.
That's why that's why I was coming down. I said
It'll be, no, our
watch the
clock
time
doesn't start.
and
She
watch this
made
here
it start
shot.
clock.
Sounds like there was maybe a
Yeah,
broken broom.
Yeah, I know. So why did you repeat it?
Yeah, a little confused as to what's happening here. The umpires are there discussing with the teams.
No, don't want to know why. I just think
Get ready.
we should repeat it. Like,
They're not going to start our time though, Layton, so don't worry about it.
Okay. See if we can listen in and hear anything else here.
I heard World University games, so I think it's very likely a broom broke because we actually, against Team Sweden, when me and Ben were playing at the World University games, we their team broke a broom mid-sweep. The broom snapped right in half as the guy was sweeping. Luckily, he didn't get any injury. But we did have to stop the game for a little bit as they worked to fix it.
Are we good?
We're good.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
first time I have ever seen something like that happen. It was really unlucky for Team Sweden. They were sweeping their last stone. I think they were drawing against 2, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Okay, perfect.
they weren't. They were just cleaning it, probably a heavy clean, and all of a sudden just snapped right in the middle, and the debris fell on the ice and it fell in front of the stone. So it was a burned rock, but one of the most unlucky things I've ever seen happen.
Yeah. Looks like the situation was figured out, so we'll get underway here in the 5th end.
Like a 2.
Yeah, I think it was a Team Carlson player that was having an issue with their broom, but it seems like that's all resolved here. So
I'm just cleaning.
action is back underway.
We're good. We're good. Wait's good.
Team Carlson will be looking to score at least a couple here and make this game
I think we're
a little
barely
bit
out.
closer, and Team Guentzel will look to continue the defense.
I just don't like changing up or out. Yeah, it's working. Yeah.
Good discussion there. You heard Mason saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been playing that center guard and coming around, and they've been continuing to steal in every end. So if it's working, then no reason to change things up.
Yeah.
Back 8.
Whoa! Stay up. Looks
We're
fine.
staying off this one for now.
Evan
I'm
only.
going to say top 4, so it's probably going to be pretty close to the outcome they want.
Ben bringing in with him.
It looks like Team Carlson changing up their strategy as well a little bit. We saw them throwing those corner guards, but now they're electing to come around the center, and
Good shot.
looks like William makes that almost dead perfect. So now we will see Leighton Hines attempt the run back on his center guard. I like
Rare
this
hit
call.
from a lead. Looks
A lot
close.
of rotation on this rock, so may run a little bit straighter. Stewart sweeping to curl. Oh, it does manage to touch the red. It doesn't kill it.
Thought that rock was about to start flying. Spinning so fast.
Splitting.
Yeah, unlucky there to with that kind of speed to touch the rock, but not even move it, barely an inch.
Okay.
That's a call that I've been seeing a lot of top teams playing more and more, is that throwing the center guard, the other team comes around it perfectly, and then the lead throws that run back. If you can make that run back dead perfect and stick it on the nose, it puts a lot of pressure on the other team. So
Top 4.
happy to see some of the teams here playing that same strategy.
Evan, make a call.
Looks like
yeah,
Team
well.
Carlson is trying to split the rings here
Can I see
and
it
sit
back?
2,
Ben.
create as much distance as they can between those
Stay on,
two
stay
rocks,
on.
and there's no double, which
I'm going to take it back.
Pretty good outcome for that.
successfully.
Yeah, 45 degrees. It's always a pretty good option
If he was
for
thin and a little heavy,
preventing the
if he
double
was lighter,
takeout.
it'd be fine. If he was a little-
Yeah, not really an easy double there by any means, so Team Guentzel just going to try to hit roll behind that left yellow.
Curl. Straight. Whoa. No. Sit. A shot.
Makes a nice roll there, doesn't get quite fully underneath, but
Forward.
this camera angle is probably a little deceiving. It looks like it's probably 3/4 open from here, but if you're down there in the hack looking from that angle, it's probably,
At
I
least
would guess,
half.
like half buried. So really good shot there.
The only downside is it does kind of leave backing for Team Carlson here, but I'm sure they're happy about that. They'll have an option to go behind a corner with backing on them and sit 2.
No handle. No handle.
Yeah, at this point, any rock in play is really going to favor Team Carlson. They can just use it to their advantage and try to place this rock in a spot where Team Guentzel is going to have a hard time getting rid of it.
Yeah, it's fine outside.
Waiting for this one to sit down.
Let it lie. Come on. Good.
So does manage to
Well,
sit
heavy, but good.
in time to sit 2, and those rocks are dead even with each
I like
other.
the open one
So
or
there
no?
is not a double there
Okay.
unless you can throw it 3 seconds, which don't
We
think
know you
even-
can't.
Yep, I'm not that good.
Board!
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
They are trying to hit the one
Hard,
that's
you gotta go. You
Hard, you gotta go.
slightly underneath the guard. Leighton trying to hold this straight, which he does successfully, and now Stewart
Hard push.
sweeping it to curl.
Nice shot.
Good throw, Will. You're a little off. That's like board.
11-3.
Good feedback there from Mason
Same
on that,
thing,
just
left
saying that he
way.
threw that a little bit heavy, which is why it didn't quite
Hold out.
curl enough. It's always nice to get that feedback from your skip, because you can be a little confused sometimes as to why you miss a shot. I know that happens to me all the time. But once you get that feedback from the skipper about either the weight or what he saw with your release, then it can help you with your next shot.
Good. We're good. Whoa.
So Evan trying to throw that same
Man,
draw around those
Stay
two
close.
rocks.
Whoa, not that much. Whoa.
Looks like the weight
Whoa.
is close on this one.
William is, whoa.
Curling a little bit more.
Let it kiss, let it kiss, let it kiss.
Does just touch that yellow, so it'll definitely stick around for second shot still.
I like that more.
Good result though. They managed to bury that one more than their previous shot. So this chase attempt by Mason is a little bit harder.
Shoot, hack. Hack. Yep.
Leighton sweeping this one again to hold it straight, getting close to that yellow guard.
Hard, keep going. Keep going.
We'll just touch it.
Oh, spin it onto this one.
They do
Spin
touch
it
the
onto
guard,
this one,
but
Will.
a bit of a fortunate break
Okay.
there.
Shot.
Rolling to, looks like second shot, slightly above that back red stone. Does leave the chance though for Team Carlson to hit this and roll away and sit 3. So certainly the end that Team Carlson were hoping for, setting up here. Chance to put a crooked number on the scoreboard.
William!
On 5. Hard roll, hard roll.
Whoa! William!
Definitely want to try to keep your shooter around here,
Whoa!
which they do not, but they do get rid of that yellow. But
They
now
will
with
They
No,
will
you.
still sit. No, me.
yeah,
They do still sit 2.
Okay.
However, it does leave a double attempt here for Team Guentzel.
yeah, with that first one of Mason's
Just a
pushing
bit.
that red back, it does create the angle for this double to be
You're
made.
good. I saw it coming.
Couple options. You can make the double, which is fairly thin but makeable, or if you over curl, you can just make the roll on top. This is one where you want to make a decision as the rock is going down. Decide between the two. It's like a big kick out there from Mason. A lot of rotation.
Yep, you got it. Hard, you got it. Hard on the red.
Does make contact with that second rock, but doesn't manage to quite push it out of the rings. Yellow will be shot, but leaves the hit for
It's like a Beyblade.
for Ben Peters to sit the 2 and a decent amount of distance between the 2 rocks.
Certainly a good try. Those crosshouse doubles are not easy.
Normal. 9-5.
Looks good. William. Whoa! Good shot.
Great shot there. Sitting it on the nose. Now if they want to try to play that double, it's incredibly thin. So Probably see
Keep tapping it.
Stewart try to just hit and roll towards that left red and
Easy.
just shrink that distance between the two, and might leave him a double on his last. So Stewart Strack, his first rock of this 5th end.
Yep. Yes!
Seen this spot curl quite a bit this end.
Hard! Hard! Yes,
Leighton
you
has
got
been
it.
putting in the work.
Hard! Take
Any
it.
roll.
Roll!
Looks like this
roll.
will
Any
roll.
Hard will!
Hard will.
Okay.
Pretty good outcome there.
Yeah, good shot. You wanted to roll as far as
Why don't I put it
possible,
there
and
on my LSD?
gets fairly
Why don't I
close
put
to
it
that
there on
red.
my
So
LSD?
depending on where Evan rolls with his rock, might leave them a chance at the double. Main thing I think was just to roll the shot, force Evan to make this hit. You'll always have a fairly open hit on your last to give up nothing more than 2.
You just can't tell Bailey.
It's on the TV up there.
It's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. That's a different game.
That side of it, and hey, a little more.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
sure.
All right. That works. That look good to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look now. That look now. Look now.
Control. Evan!
Evan saying he was tight as he was throwing it, trying to hold this straight. Really got to go for anything. I don't think they are going to hit the rock. Unfortunate miss there.
Very aggressive.
Now choice for Team Guentzel. If they could just hit that open rock and force Team Carlson, but they are continuing their aggressive trend this game and throwing in front of the. Oh, now they're switching it up, playing the hit. I think this is the right call. Don't want to risk that guard is a pretty precise shot. You have the option to play a really simple shot that gets you the same result and go with the simple shot. So they're just going to hit this right on the nose and sit 2.
And this will take away the opportunity for Team Carlson to score 2, which I think is probably an outcome that Team Guentzel will like more.
You're good.
Yeah, just guarantee yourself the force. So Evan will get a try again to make this hit. Looks like he might be taking a little bit more ice. And see him shaking his head there. He wants that first one back, but he does get another try here to make that hit and get himself on the scoreboard. Sometimes it can be important just to just get a point. Almost like get rid of the hammer. Just switch things up.
Try to get that momentum changing to your favor.
Yeah, exactly. So last rock here before the break. Evan Carlson looking for the nose hit to score his 1. This one a little wider, trying to make it curl to the nose. Unfortunate miss there. Missing on the wide side, so possibly an overcorrection. So Team Guentzel will steal another 2 points, take a massive lead, 7-0 going into the break. So it's the 5th end break coming up. It's brought to you by Warm Room Hero, the intuitive curling club software that takes the stress out of schedules, registrations, and more. Warm Room Hero, a platform built for curlers by curlers. Check out Warm Room Hero at curling.club today. We will see you after the break.
Let's say you're in high school and there's a sport you like, but sometimes you think, you know, it might be cool to try a new sport.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Now I think we go in.
Good question.
So we're still in the end of the fifth end break here. I want to give a thank you to our friends at Floor Curl. USA Curling member clubs are entitled to a 20% discount on any Floor Curl inflatable rink set. These rinks only take a minute to inflate or deflate and are the perfect way to promote your club at summer festivals, events, or anywhere you have a flat surface. No ice is required. Visit usacurling.floorcurl.com and use the promo code FC Inflatable 20. Take a look at the other scores and the other games going on in this draw. On sheet 1, Wayland is up 5-3 over Team Hebert. And on sheet 2, our feature game, Guentzel is up 7-0 on Team Carlson. Sheet 3, have a close game there between Team Brendan and Team Grabau. And on sheet 4, Team Rose has a 3-0 lead over Team Senzali going into the 6th end. So teams are making their way back onto the ice after their 5th end break, hopefully getting some good snacks, some good hydration, a little bit of a break. These 10-end games can be quite exhausting. Most teams throughout the season play 8 ends in the fields that they go to. What do you prefer, Chase? Do you prefer 8 ends or 10 ends?
I used to always say 10 ends because I feel like in the 10-end game, the best team usually has time to regain focus and have enough time to come back and win the game. But from perspective of like the time of the game and how long they can be, I think 8 ends is a lot easier for both player consistency and keeping up their like energy. And sometimes it's kind of nice to have, you know, only 2.5 hours instead of 3 to 3.5 out on the ice.
Yeah, I would agree with you with all those points there. It may not seem like a big difference, but when you have those long competitions with anywhere from, say, 8 to 12 games throughout the week, it can make a difference in your fatigue that you're feeling when you get to those playoffs and you play in those big games where it really matters.
You actually see Team Guentzel throwing into the house this time instead of the guard. They might switch up their strategy to be a little less aggressive now that they have a solid lead on the other team.
Back 8, back 12.
Never.
Through. Through. Back 8.
That sounds good now, though. Evan, can you push it in just a little bit? Whoa.
Slowed.
I think we pop it.
So with that rock ending up fairly open.
I like it. I think we just pop it.
Gives Team Guentzel the chance to play the hit, but Mason is motioning that he would rather freeze, but the rest of his team convincing him to play the hit. I like this call. Don't often get the chance to hit on leads rocks when you have a 7-0 lead.
You know, I do think it's one of those situations where you can have an easier shot for your team to make the other team's life a little bit harder.
Okay.
yeah, more work for Team Carlson to do, making that hit.
Same shot.
Well executed there by Leighton Hines, hitting and
way.
rolling away from that top 4 rock.
Same shot.
Same shot. They have a stone there. I can't tell what he wants anymore.
See the Team Carlson calling for the same shot here.
Through. Through. Through 4 flat. Through.
Super saying it's a little bit heavier. See if they can get a plan B out of it.
Back. 8.
Let's tap that thing and boom. All right.
It will end up just rubbing off the yellow, so it does stick around in the house. But we'll likely see Team Guentzel just hit it like they did on the previous stone. Looking for a flop onto the center line right behind their other yellow.
Boom! Close, yep. Whoa! Close! Close! Whoa! Curl a touch. Whoa! Good throw. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good.
Nicely executed there by Team Guentzel. Oh, almost.
Whoa. You
Almost
okay?
let Leighton go down.
Yeah, put it here.
It's a nice catch.
Seen a couple players this week come really close to falling, but managing to stay on their feet.
Having been out on the ice myself, it's definitely slick. I've had a few moments walking down to the other end where I stumble a little bit.
Yeah, I was talking to Jenna Brucheski, who swept for the opening rock in the ceremonies, and she was saying that it was really slick out there. So that she was focusing on not falling the whole time, which she managed to do.
Love this game.
Looked like Will was
Bring it
saying
all
that
the way.
Leighton
Far as it'll
fell
go.
on purpose and got himself some style
Spain, touch
points
Spain, touch
for
Spain.
staying on his feet.
It does look like it came up a little light.
I know it's not in.
However, it's still very usable for Team Carlson there.
Right, got through.
Whoa, whoa. Curl.
Okay. Wait's
Close
close,
if you
wait's close.
can. Gotta really curl.
Wait's good, We're good. Little bump,
Leighton.
like a tiny bump.
Whoa. No bounce.
Nice shot.
Okay.
But I am being told to tell you that it is ice out there, so it does make sense that it's pretty slick. I think it's a good point.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even consider that, so. My fault. Ice does tend to be slippery.
It's positive.
Looks like we're looking for a
Whoa.
double or triple attempt.
Ben.
Looks pretty close.
Whoa. Make sure this roll goes.
Very nice shot there.
Perfect.
Whoa, only one person sleep. All right, cool.
Only 2 of the yellows leave the house, but it does open up the 4-foot to give the Team Carlson a lot more opportunity. We'll likely see another hit and roll attempt here from Mason Guentzel.
Yeah, roll would be nice, but nose hit would work as well. Main thing, just see red, hit red.
Yes! Yep! Hard, you got it. Whoa! Curl. That was weird. Nice shot.
Well executed there from Mason, hitting right on the nose.
Oh, wait. You throw 3 and 4, not 5 and 6. I'm not smart.
Now that yellow that's biting the 4-foot is in the back of the house, so we'll see Team Carlson call to freeze down to that right behind the red guard. It'll leave them in a pretty good position to score a few points.
He wants you to draw.
Yeah, you could play the hit and roll to that spot, but more of a higher chance of making the draw. Just a slightly easier shot to get to that position. So I like this call.
Never. Back 8.
Never.
Back 4.
Never. Whoa.
T.
It's curling, so.
Oh my God, my back 8 was right.
It hung out there a long time. It was also heavy.
Oh man.
Looks like this one's gonna slip by the yellow in the back 4 and actually
1394.
maybe slip through the rings.
That just did not slow as fast as like.
Seem a little surprised that it didn't grab as much as some of the previous stones we've seen down that path.
Yeah, I noticed from the first game that I commentated yesterday that it seems that the ice, it is fast across the sheet, but it seems to be potentially a little extra fast coming to the glass versus going away from it. Seeing a little bit more of those heavy misses in those even ends, which is a pretty common thing you see in a lot of curling clubs. Sometimes it's the opposite. It's faster going away rather than coming home. Just something you need to pick up on early on when you're playing a competition like this.
Just stop 8.
Curling early, guys. Straight.
Just stop 8.
Good chance here for Mason to draw around that red and put the pressure on Team Carlson.
Only if you can.
Bye.
They got caught on that same path.
Okay, good sweep. Nice shot. That works.
It's a quick pass.
It's okay.
Quick pass.
Does manage to stick in the rings, biting in the back 12-foot, but it does leave Team Carlson this shot once again.
It was hungry, so it stayed biting.
You're funny.
Thank you.
4. I don't think it's that.
Evan.
8.
Evan.
Trying to get this one to curl over.
Whoa. 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 Nah.
Fortunate, didn't grab any of the yellows on the way by.
Sometimes it can just be so hard on ice like this when you're not used to it being this fast. Like you just feel like you can't slow yourself down enough.
4 5.
Feel like you're sliding out with good weight, and all of a sudden it's through the house. So another attempt at this draw. This time it'll be Stuart Strack attempting to make the draw.
Give it a solid ad. Whoa.
Saying he gave this a good ad.
Room.
Good feedback for the sweepers.
Hey, late.
Curl side.
wait.
We got room. Leighton draw.
Oh, whoa.
Just here, guys. Just here.
Sweepers on and off.
Whoa.
Line looks really nice.
Whoa, on its own.
And weight looks close.
Really good.
And it'll settle right into the top 4-foot. So great shot there from Stuart.
What'd you get?
Move the guard at least and send it into something, really. When you hit it here.
No, we got like.
Because I really don't want to draw. You don't know
I
ice.
can't tell from here.
It's a hit.
I don't need glasses. They're just really small numbers.
I'm thinking control or normal. Control.
It's 6.
So Evan gonna
Control.
attempt to make the run back
Or
here.
normal. Normal.
There's a lot of options to stick this red around somewhere in the house to make their opportunities better.
Control.
Yeah, you could stick it right behind your shooter, or you could
Other side
make
of
a
the
double
knock it back,
potentially.
just clear everything up a little bit.
You want it just
maybe.
yeah, it might be
You
a
guys have any other thoughts?
quintuple for all I know.
Cool.
Wait, if you want. Wait.
I'm not seeing it, but you never know.
Side, why not just throw the other side?
Well, you are,
Because we
you
don't know
know,
the ice.
a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm never in the house.
Like,
I
have you really
really
thought about that?
be
It's just,
talking
yeah.
about stuff like this. I don't know what I'm talking about. So Evan, his first rock here in the 6th end. I'm going to stick this in the house somewhere.
Whoa. Evan.
Looks like this one needs to curl. Just a little wide. Manages to peel that one and doesn't quite stick around. So I think we'll see
I think just here.
Stuart throw one
Anywhere like
somewhere
in
in
this
front of
range,
that
Make it good.
that top
yeah,
4-foot
I mean,
rock.
whatever we do, he's gonna have a draw to the bucket.
Kind of like I don't want him to play this drop path because of the backing. I kind of just leaving it right here.
I don't mind that. Make him make something good. I don't know.
Sure.
I think we play this if I'm a little heavy tap.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
A little discussion there about what shot is probably the best to make it as hard as possible for the other team to score their point.
So we're like freezing to the yellow in top 4. Okay. But if we're a little heavy, tapping it to pin is great. Because I don't think we can actually put in a spot that takes away
What
all
shot
their
do you like here, Ben?
Putting one on the pin. So
I like this call. I like tapping it to top button. It shrinks the scoring area as much as possible. Besides that, I think the only other shot would be maybe what Mason was saying, to throw it a little further to the left and completely block the draw path with backing and make Evan throw that out turn without backing.
Layton!
Hard Layton!
Just really curling on him here.
Hard Layton!
Oh, that just took
Hard,
off.
guys, get it in! Hard!
Yeah, hard!
Hard! Bite, guys, come on!
Really trying to work this one over and as far as they can go.
Whoa.
It's okay. It's
all
not
right,
the end
it's
of the
fine.
world.
9, he was sweeping all the way, was 3. That ice, so yeah.
Not a horrible spot. Takes away that out turn draw if Evan was wanting to throw that, so now they're throwing the in turn. You have a little bit of backing here to work with.
We don't know the ice out here.
But needs to make a good one here.
There's no other shot as far as I'm aware.
I honestly
Throwing
think,
against 5 yellow rocks.
like from here, I honestly think if you just
Nice thing is they can come right down to that yellow on the back of the forefoot and be shot.
maybe you can roll under. I think that might
issue
be
there
better.
is that. All right, I'll go.
Yeah, with how fast this ice
Hey,
is.
Evan,
It's nice that you have a little bit of backing if you need it. But Evan coming back down now to rediscuss the shot. Maybe seeing something different from the hack.
I might just tell him to call it. I don't know.
This one knows.
Like I think that's just.
Sometimes you see things one way when you're in the house, and
Yeah, no, I want to go
sometimes
for
you see it
this.
a different way when you get down to the hack. So nothing wrong with going down and
I want
resetting
to.
and
It's the easier shot.
deciding a different shot. I like that rather than changing the shot while you're in the hack.
I know. Evan talking me out of
Make
it
sure
now.
you have a full understanding of the shot you're about to
Yeah.
throw. Go through that pre-shot routine again.
I agree. And it's another good example of the two players going back to the other end of the sheet to make sure everyone's on the same page and fully understanding the situation.
I just realized.
This is for the game, basically.
My bad. You can still call the draw if you really want to.
Yeah, I know.
I just didn't fucking realize it was hammer. My bad.
It's fine. We're committed now.
Okay.
So last rock from Evan Carlson in the 6th end.
Normal.
Looks like they've decided to try to make the double here for their point. Going hard for line, trying to get by this yellow guard, but I don't think that they will.
That's game, guys. All right, good game. Good game. Good going out.
So a big steal of 5 there for Team Guentzel.
Good game, guys. Good going.
And looks like it will be Velcro. Team Carlson will shake hands, concede the game. Team Guentzel will take the victory to go 1-2 for the week so far.
Yeah, you can just leave them.
We can leave him here. It's not us.
So with that ends our coverage for Draw 3. We'll be back at 8 o'clock
Wait, what?
Eastern Time
Oh, you
for
can sign. I'm going to go with my gripper.
the women's Draw number 3.
It doesn't matter who signs it. We just need someone.
Thank you for joining me. I'm Ben Richardson. Thank you, Chase, for commentating. Always a
welcome.
pleasure.
It's great to be here.
Good. All right.
We will see you later.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Sorry, ich spreche auch Deutsch. Yeah, God. Me, my God, I've been off this afternoon.